Yo guys, welcome back to FYT, FundingYourTrades.com's YouTube channel. Today we have a special guest, a FYT trader. Stay tuned to hear what he has to say. Okay, so question number one, just a small introduction, your name, where you're from, and what pair you like to trade.
My name is Pissy. I am from Cape Town, and I love trading US 13 NASDAQ and my favorite pairs.
That's a German 40, one of your favorite pairs. So just take us through, you said Kraken, in what country is that?
This is South Africa. South Africa.
Okay, so you're from South Africa. Perfect. Now, in terms of your trading, how long have you been trading and what first made you actually get into trading itself?
So I've been trading just over a year. I started literally in the beginning of 2025 was one of those new year, new me type of things. And what got me into trading is I used to see all these guys with flashy cars and on Instagram, and obviously that's of course attraction, but once you get into it, you start falling in love with the skill of trading.
Okay, good answer. Then, in terms of your trading plan, what can you explain about your trading plan? Obviously, keeping it as simple as possible. For example, what do you look for before you trade and things like that?
100%. So when I hop onto the charts, most of the times I would mark up all the 1 hour highs, and then I would wait for a sweep, or I would wait for a familiar gap, which is IRL. So I'm IRL to ERL trader, and I would wait for confirmation on either two, and then I would just trade the opposing side. So if ERL gets swept, I would trade the IRL.
100% ICT trader. Then, in terms of your trading pairs or instruments, what pairs do you trade the most? And most importantly, why do you find yourself trading those pairs?
I trade US 30 and NASDAQ the most as of currently because of my mentor. My mentor is very big on the way NASDAQ and US 30 moves, and the fundamentals behind it also has a big influence when you look at what's happening right now in the US. So it works beautifully out with NASDAQ, and the technical analysis side, everything flows together. So that is why those two pairs I've been focusing on the most, and that's what I've been taught when I came into trading. It's kind of like a first love type of thing.
No, I get you on that one. Then, in terms of your trading style, what trading style would you say you follow? In terms of you being, a swing trader, intraday, scalper, extreme swing trader. So, what would you say that your specific trading style is?
I would say mine is intraday trading because sometimes I will get a trade that occurs maybe 10, 9 o'clock, and there are times you can keep that trading for a couple of minutes to a couple of hours throughout the day. But definitely, I don't consider myself a person who puts a trade in and during the week, you get your all those swing traders during the week, you get your TP. It's definitely the same day you get your stop loss, so you take profit, and it's during the day. So I would say intraday, 5 minutes, 1 hour, I am not really a scalper.
Okay, no, 100%, perfectly understandable. Then, in terms of your specific trading session that you like to trade Asia, so like some people do, you like to trade New York AM session, the PM session, London session. Which session do you specifically prefer to trade?
London throughout and throughout. I love my London. London, she's not too fast, she's not too slow, she's just perfect, just there, right in the middle.
Yeah, 100%, I agree on that one. Then, just in terms of your trading journey now, can you walk us through your trading journey, the good, the bad, and something hard that you've had to overcome?
My trading journey started beautifully, to be honest. So as I said, I wanted to start January 2025, one of my New Year's resolutions, and I started trading with a different mentor. And when I traded with that mentor, we were trading swing trading at that time. I think Donald Trump also came into office around when that happened, and we were hitting trades, we were hitting take profits under this institute. And then it all just came crashing down when there wasn't that much trades, and with swing trading, you have to wait a couple of days, a couple of weeks for trades, and it was times where I was just sitting there as a new trader, not having that patience. Then I left the institute and I went to watch ICT videos. I watched ICT 2022 videos, came into New York, started saying I'm going to do accounts on accounts on accounts on accounts. And this is where it got difficult for me because I am in a wheelchair, and this was the time when I decided, you know what, I need equity in order to trade. And I went to go put disability funds, and we this disability funds to fund my trading. And I keep learning accounts, and by the mentor pulled me back and told me, no, I have a new strategy. I helped with your help. And we traded this, and it wasn't still working until I left the institute, started making it my own, and it worked for me. And when everything seemed like it was working, I met a new mentor, and he showed me how to improve the strategy in ways I couldn't imagine. So that is where it comes in.
100%. The come-up story is going to be a very good one in your regards. Um, then, in terms of now, you've spoken about your trading journey, but was there a key moment that changed the way you trade? So, a big loss that made you realize something, or a big win maybe that made you realize the potentials of what trading can offer? What would that be in terms of your specific journey?
100%. I feel like most of us come into this and then we take profit, we stop loss and we're like, you know what? After you stop losses, you're like crazy, this is gambling, this is just gambling. But then you can get one day profit. I think that is why most traders do not want to give up getting their first days of the DP. I remember this day so clearly. I was trading gold and I'm not a gold trader, I was in the dust.
Yeah.
And I stop loss after stop loss after stop loss. And this one day I bought in gold and I took off my stop loss and I deleted my trader. I just put a lock on the dot and I went to go sleep. And this was on a Friday. I woke up close to the end of the day and I checked TradingView and gold was like in the sky. Downloaded with trade, I closed the trade and I withdrew the money. It was a gamble most definitely. Took off the stop loss. My bias was incorrect. But I hit a profit, and for me, from that moment onwards, I told myself, you know what, I'm gonna perfect this skill because there is 100% money in this. And if other people can do it consistently, it's a different thing if you do it once in a while, but consistently, then it must mean that trading is a skill and you get paid consistently from this.
100%. I'm glad it worked out for you on your end. Then,
Yeah.
just in terms of your risk, now managing risk is an essential part when it comes to prop firm trading. How do you personally manage your risk, and how does this fit into your personal trading?
So 1% per day, one trade a day. For me, I still struggle to, break even because I felt like I didn't do it, didn't win. So that is still, even as of now, it's still a struggle for me to take one trade with break even. But 1% per day, one trade per day, and then I'm finished.
Then, as a trader, how long did it take you to become, more consistent within the markets? And what changes did you make that have made the biggest effect in making you, somewhat more consistent?
How long? So for me to become a consistently profitable trader, is that the question?
Yeah.
So it took me having to speak to my mentor. I feel like I'm that person where I rely on other people's advice, and we sat down and we had a session and we actually found a correlation between one of the indices I trade. And from that moment onwards, my whole trading flipped around because now I could see, look, if the one is still bullish and the other one is turning bear, that's S&T on the low, and this is how the trade worked out for me. Most of the times I was just analyzing the chart, this is the trade, you take it. But now I have more confidence to the trade I take, and for me that was the flipping switch into my profitability.
Okay. Then in terms of, that specific thing that you just told me now, how do you handle emotions? Like, you have the fear, the greed, the overtrading. I know you mentioned, break even, you felt like you haven't won, you haven't lost. So how do you manage not re-entering within the markets and sort of sticking to that one trade a day?
Oh, the emotional part is the worst. When it's take profit, okay, I'll start here. When it's take profit, it's easy. I can close the charts. I can go buy myself a donut. Life is good. But when it's stop loss, it's like it's hitting me personally, like you did this to me. And then you see all these traders hit TPs. But when I stop the loss, it's difficult for me to not want to take another trade today. Especially sometimes you analyze the market, you're like, oh, if I took this trade, let's say you lost 1%, you score 1 to 2, let's still reward. You could have taken simply 1% up for the day, but there's a possibility you could have been negative 2% for the day. Now the next day you come to the market, you need 2% profit, you're break even for the 2 days. That's the mindset I'm currently trying to teach myself, and also by taking one trade a day, you make sure that trade you take, that's perfect.
100% agree with you there. Risk management is extremely important within your trading. Then in terms of your daily plan as a trader, do you have a daily trading routine, like for example analyzing the chart pre-market, your journaling, checking news, etc.? Do you have a personal sort of daily trading routine?
100%. I have a daily routine. So before market open, before London market open, so I would mark out all the highs, all the lows, all the IRL, the fair value gaps, and I would also check the news to see if there's any news that's coming out at that specific moment that I'm trading. And that is how I prepare before the trades. And also I made sure, especially starting off as of recently, also the thing that's been happening recently, I started trading a specific session instead of trading throughout the day, because there was some volatility in the markets during this period, and after that period you will start seeing a lot of manipulation legs, a lot of accumulation. So that is my trading plan for the day.
Perfect. Strict and according to plan. And then in terms of, how would you say the difference is between trading on an FYT account versus trading on a personal account?
Oh, 100%. Trading on an FYT account is absolutely incredible, because not only do you have more equity, but the rules keep you disciplined in your trading. I feel like a lot of times when you trade on a broker account, you focus so much on making more and more and more money that you end up blowing accounts. But let's say you step into a prop firm like FYT that has rules, that has things that keep you consistent within your trading. Yeah, it's nice to just barcode full code, but when you have rules, this is what makes you profitable as a trader. Speak to any other trader, they will tell you you need to have emotions, you need to psychology, you need risk management. This is what I love so much about FYT, is that it keeps me profitable. And obviously it's for equity.
100% FYT. Then in terms of what advice would you give to traders attempting their very first prop firm challenge?
Oh man, the rules. So when I started trading prop firms, I looked at the rules and be like, you guys don't want me to pass this, or you guys don't want me to be a profitable trader. But in the long run, isn't this what keeps you in the game? Those are the rules that are put out by the firms. This is what keeps us traders active and profitable. So my first advice to any new trader is look at the rules, follow the rules, and stick to your trading plan. This is what's keeping you profitable for a very long time.
100%. Last question for this specific interview. How much have you personally withdrawn from FYT fund accounts to date?
Oh, today I think it would be just under $1.4 thousand. The withdrawals were quick and easy, and yeah, I love it. You can make any other trade out of it.
100%. Thank you so much for your time, Evan.